Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel. Hey, I'm your host for LT Productions. And you are watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering Sistas on BET every Wednesday. This is season 7, episode 8. I am behind, but guess what? This will be the last week I'll be behind. And I will have everything to you the following morning. All right, so Andy, she's meeting with an old lawyer friend. She got a background check on Gary. All of a sudden, Fatima runs in and some lady wants to meet with Andy. Her name is Miss Marie Willis. She's a very wealthy and prominent person within Atlanta, and it looks like she wants to use Andy, but she wants to test her before actually using her services. But Miss Marie says, stay ready. And, oh, she's a billionaire mogul. Okay. And that's just that on that. Sabrina and Karen, they run into each other. Sabrina, she's getting her eggs frozen, and Karen, she's getting her paternity test. Something that she had not told the ladies as of yet. Sabrina feels like with the whole freezing and all of that, it's scary and draining. And all that good stuff. Yeah, Karen was lying at first, saying that she was coming for a checkup, but then she finally said to her friend that I'm getting a DNA test. There's something about that friendship. It looks like there's just cracks in there that I think that need to actually be dealt with at some point. So Fatima comes out of the office, and Hayden catches on that Andy's up to something, and he wants to know what's going on. Well, Miss Marie comes out of the office, and then, of course, Andy comes out, and Hayden's like, "How did you get this? How did you get this meeting with Miss Marie?" And basically, Andy saying, "Don't worry about it." Hayden runs off fuming. Fatima kind of talks Andy into letting her off so that she can go to the whole DNA testing thing with Zach, and she approves. So Gary comes over to Tamara's, look like hotel room or whatever, and they end up having sex. What we keep seeing, and it'll be revealed later on in the episode, where there's this pan of the camera flashing to the dresser, or what is it, coffee table, whatever. Keep that in mind. Danny, she goes to therapy. I'm glad that she's still doing it. She's basically having a freak out in regards to the whole Tony having his children around. She's got all these wild scenarios, and basically speaking to how she likes, the therapist is speaking to how she likes to come up with these wild scenarios to sabotage the relationships that she has been in. So basically, she had Danny write out every type of scenario that she could think of and see which one she could actually control. It's a way, I think, that Danny probably wants some control of her life, and she feels off kilter if she has to. If you throw something out at her, it's like everything in front about her malfunctions. All right, so we're back at the doctor's office with Karen. Karen's there, and Zach shows up for the DNA test. They're having a moment, and Fatima walks in. And of course, Karen said, "I made it clear that I don't want Fatima here." Zach was like, "Look, just chill, Karen. She popped up." And Fatima's like, "Popped up? I said I wanted to be here. Da, 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 da. Is it okay that I came, Zach?" And then Zach's like, yeah, we'll talk about it later. So he's trying to juggle both of the women's feelings about this whole situation. Of course, Karen and Fatima have little slick stuff to say about each other. Jordan and Andy. Andy comes back like she's the faithful, I'm so in love. I'm so happy to see you, Jordan, because she got the evidence that Jordan was telling the truth. And I'm so glad that Jordan said, "Wait a minute, back up, sister. You trusted everyone else's word but mine." I expected my words would hold more weight. I mean, you have been dating for 4 months, Jordan. I get it. I really get it, because it's like, why are we in this relationship and you doubted everything that I had to say? But we're spending almost every day together. It can feel a certain way. Andy ends up apologizing and says, I'm right by your side and I won't run. And then he leaves for a meeting. Zach, on his end, he has to get blood drawn, and he's a big baby about it. It was a funny scene. Quite a crybaby. All right, so Hayden and Gary, they meet up. Hayden goes to Gary's office. Hayden notices a hickey on Gary, and he tries to play it off that Penelope gave it to him, but we know who gave it to him. Hayden tells Gary about Miss Marie. Gary knows Miss Marie. It says that she invested some money into him early on in his career, and now he wants to have a conversation about Andy. Basically, persuade her not to take on Andy in this whole situation. All right, so Fatima goes back to the office, and she talks with Andy. Andy's going to confront Gary because she has all of the information for the background check that she did on Gary. I just want to know, why is this your first time getting a background check, Andy? Because he's been doing a lot of crazy stuff against you. Like, I would have had this done, but I mean, I'm glad. Season 7, yay. All right, so we go to the beauty shop, and the UPS guy is there. I forgot his name. Talking with Pam. They just have a little talk, whatever. It's about Karen and all that good stuff. Then all of a sudden, guess who calls? Aaron, a blast from the past, calls Pam just to check and see how Karen's doing. And Pam's like, well, how come you didn't call her yourself? He's like, I don't think that Karen really wants to hear from me. And then she curtails the conversation and basically saying, I'm looking for an investor. So maybe this is a way for Aaron to get back on the show. I don't know. We shall see. Danny and Sabrina, they do meet. Sabrina tells Danny that Karen's getting a DNA test. And basically, Danny's like, why didn't she tell us? Danny has been already drinking, even though she's come from therapy. She's healing, but she still has to find ways to cope. And some of that old stuff is why she goes back to it. So hopefully that changes for her in the future, but we shall see. She lets Sabrina know that she had a session. She said, healing hurts. Then they start talking about their men. He said, we really like our men. We have good sex. They went to DDU, I guess, or GDU. I forgot what it was, but basically, good university, if you know what I mean. Magnum cum laude. They were talking about possibly doing a double date with each other. Tony and Danny and Sabrina and is this not Ike? Whatever his name is. So Andy has invited Gary over to Andy's home. Fatima's there because she said, you can't do this alone, because I'll be there just in case. So Fatima brings her purse, and Medea always has something in her purse. So Gary was like, I knew you couldn't really stay away from me. And Andy's like, well, you're stalking me. I know you paid someone to say the stuff about Jordan. And Gary's like, oh, what? Of course it's you, Gary. Andy says that I have enough information on you to expose you and to leave Jordan alone. Of course, Fatima's waiting in the wings, and she's ready to go off and pull whatever weapon she's got in her purse out. Back at the doctor's appointment, Karen discovers that she has 2 babies. 2 babies in individual sacs. So, it looks like we're about to have a twin off. What do you guys think? Do you think that it's going to be one twin is Zach's and the other is Aaron, or whomever else Karen could have slept with? Because that's some soap opera stuff, some Days of Our Lives stuff, Sammy Brady stuff. So, y'all let me know what's up. I know a lot of Zatima fans are upset and know that this is probably the end of Zatima, but I don't know about that. I mean, why make a whole spinoff for them to just end? And then I know people are like, well, we don't want her to actually have to stay and take care of twins and things of that nature. Fatima said that she's ride or die. So I don't know. We got to see how it goes. We got to see adults figure it out. But that's all I do have. Tell me your thoughts below. Please like this video. Also subscribe to my channel. Until the next video, peace.